More than 103 million people in the United States are fully vaccinated now against COVID-19. While the number marks an important milestone, it does need to increase to reach herd immunity. And here to talk about it is Dr. Vincent Roddy, an emergency medical physician in Miami. And Dr. Roddy, thanks so much for joining us on BNC and starting your day with us. First question for you. Dr. Fauci said that it's estimated we need 70 to 85% to reach herd immunity. Are you seeing more patients getting their shots in your area?
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
We can. Can you hear us?
We got you.
Okay, perfect. I can. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you for having me. To answer your question, I live and work in Miami-Dade County, and as of last month, only 24% of people 18 or older and 60% of people 65 or older have actually been vaccinated in Miami. So to answer your question, yes, we are seeing people get the vaccination.
Wow.
However, obviously that's not 100%, and we're not at 70% yet, which is the percentages you said that we would need to get to the herd immunity percentage.
Let me ask you this question. I hear people talking about, I'm not going to get the shot because I've already had it. I have the antibodies. Could that be true when it comes to herd immunity, helping get to that point? The people who have been vaccinated, plus the people who have actually had the COVID virus with the antibodies, could that actually increase the numbers or the percentages, so to speak, so we can reach that herd immunity?
Actually, yes, it is. If you've previously had a COVID infection, that does confer some level of immunity. I don't know if that's specifically been studied the way that the vaccinations have. Like, we know that the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccination, if you get it, will take you to about 94, 95% effectiveness in terms of making antibodies and preventing serious infection from COVID. There is data to suggest, however, though, if you've had a prior infection, you will be protected somewhat. We don't know if it's as good as the vaccination. It is likely not. And we don't know if it would last for as long as those who have been vaccinated have been. But when they do actually determine the herd immunity percentage, it can actually be, considering the people that have previously had COVID as well. I think part of the challenge is that a lot of the people might have had it and not have been tested earlier in the pandemic and might not actually know, as a person would be, that they've been vaccinated. So it hasn't been documented. It'd be difficult to track.
Yeah, so there's that uncertainty. But Dr. Roddy, there's also so much misinformation still, and misinformation campaigns. Even a private school in Miami urged employees to wait to get the vaccine until more is known about them, even saying they'll bar teachers from interacting with students if they get it. How do we even handle that?
I would just point to people for them to look to see what's actually happening around the world. I just want to share some statistics with you real quick. 31% of the U.S. population has been fully vaccinated as of May 1st. That's actually great. 43% of the U.S. population as of May 1st has at least gotten one dose of the vaccination. Now let's contrast that with what we're seeing in India and Brazil right now. I mean, as many of your viewers are probably aware, there's a huge virus surge going on in India and Brazil right now. Look at their vaccination numbers. Only 9% of the population in India has gotten one dose of the vaccination. Only 13% of the population in Brazil has gotten one dose of the vaccination. What we're seeing in those countries is essentially what we saw here before vaccine availability. Large population centers, massive spread of the virus, an overloading of their healthcare system, and unfortunately a lot of death and disability. President Biden has spoken to the president of India, President Modi, and they're actually sending help to India because they desperately need it. If their vaccination numbers were higher like they were here, you likely wouldn't be seeing the resurgence of COVID like they're having. But unfortunately, they have not been able to vaccinate their population as we have here, and you're seeing the effects of that. So for people who question the need to get vaccinated, just look around the world. I mean, the United States is not immune to the problems of India if we were not to get vaccinated and people were not to take this seriously as they should.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because there has been a travel ban that they're going to have people coming from India, because it looks good here. But India, Brazil, Turkey, they have issues as well. As long as this is a world problem, should we consider this our problem too? Even though
Absolutely.
Our numbers are down?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Because again, as I said before, the United States is not immune to the problems of other countries. Just look at the history of COVID we've seen so far. So last January, February, we saw what happened in China. We saw the shutdown in China, a city of 10 million people, and I said to myself, could that actually happen here? Now we all know what happened with that story. It started in China, it went to Western Europe, finally came to the United States, and we saw what happened. I mean, the spread of illness, the shutdown of our economy. So if we don't get this thing under control, if we do not get the entire world vaccinated, and in the meantime, prior to that happening, encouraging social distancing, encouraging mask wearing, encouraging washing your hands, and obviously home quarantining if you think you're sick, then the situation can continue to spread all the way around the world. Unfortunately, in some of these countries, we've actually seen new variant strands that are different than what initially affected us here in the United States. Some of these variant strands are more contagious. Some of them are actually more dangerous, meaning that they might lead to a more severe infection and possibly even an increased risk of death. And these new variant strands have not been studied the way that the initial strands have been in terms of how effective the vaccines are at preventing serious illness and the spread of infection. I mean, the only way that we can really get back to normal in the world is for everyone to get vaccinated. And if you think you're sick, please home quarantine, because obviously we don't want any type of new infection to get you and then obviously spread to somebody else.
Stay diligent. Stay aware. We appreciate your information. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your hairstyle, Dr. Roddy. I mean, like the high top
nice?
fade.
Yeah, I like it.
That's legit. When I had hair on top of my head, obviously that's not a problem for me or an
Not like
issue
Dr.
that I
Roddy.
have now, but
Yeah, you didn't have that.
But it's what's inside the head that matters, and you got a lot of knowledge, and we appreciate you sharing that knowledge with us here on Start Your Day. Thank you, my brother.
Good
Can I
style.
actually just share one more thing with you before I go, guys? One more thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I just want everyone to know that as a doctor, COVID has totally exposed the health inequities in this country, right? So for generations, you've had increasing rates of diabetes, increasing rates of heart disease, increasing rates of hypertension, increasing sedentary lifestyle. We're not putting enough focus on actually living a healthy, clean life, eating clean, not, engaging in unhealthy activities, drinking, smoking, potentially drug abuse, not exercising. And so what COVID did is it literally exposed that if you're not doing those things, your life could literally be on the line. Okay. Now, for your viewers, I want them to know that as a doctor, I mean, we took, COVID as a personal challenge. I mean, all of my training that I've ever had led up to the point last year when we were facing the pandemic and Miami was the epicenter. It's an honor to be able to serve. It's an honor to be able to be needed in a time of crisis. And so obviously I'm going to go to work and do my job. But if I was going to face COVID, because the possibility of catching the infection was real for me, it still is. But if I was going to face it, I was going to face it being in the best health of my life. I started eating cleaner. I started exercising. I eliminated unhealthy habits. And if I was going to face COVID and potentially catch it, I was going to give myself the best chance of potentially surviving it. So the final message for your viewers, and please thank you for allowing me to share this. The final message is that if I can do it, if Dr. Roddy can do it, America can do it. You can do it. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can you be more healthy? How can you put a premium and a focus on your own health? Because doing so in a time of a pandemic like this could literally save your life or save the life of a loved one. And so just in conclusion, I just want to tell your viewers, stay safe, America.
Good message.
Get vaccinated, and please mask it up. Thank you for allowing me to share that, guys.
All right. Good message. Great message to have. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Prevention is the key. Appreciate you, Dr. Roddy.